Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Sound Talk Show. Today we're gonna talk random. I'm gonna code some Wolfram language Mathematica, probably, and let's talk random. Lots of updates on my website. But now let's have a drink first. Let's have whiskey. What is this? Brandy. Oh, what is the difference between brandy and whiskey? Not sure. Let's have some. So just a little bit. I'm not a drinker, so. And my keyboards, this is Glove 80, fantastic. This is Ultimate Hacking Keyboard. And coming up, I will be doing live on this thing. It's been too long. This is svalboard, 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 data hand. Fantastic device, okay? Coming up in the next few days. I'm gonna do it live and try it. So who else is here? Say hi, okay? You guys say hi, okay? So let's begin, okay? Let me show you what I have been doing, been coding non-stop on my website. You can search YouTube. I have reviews, video reviews of all of them. Okay, so yeah. So let's switch to my screen. Okay, so let's do coding and stuff. Have a drink first. Cheers. Okay, so huge amount of updates. Let me show you. So you just go to my keyboard and Emacs, and like tremendous, huge, humongous, okay? So you go to keyboard blog, my keyboard Sali keyboard guide. You can find it. So in the past week or two, I've been working a lot on keyboard and Emac Lisp. Okay, so first of all, there's IBM keyboard history. You can see, but what's more important, so this is some of the IBM keyboard. The most famous is the IBM Model M. I used this keyboard in 1990 exactly for a year. That's my first time touching a computer. Click, clack, click, clack. This is the most famous, before the past 15 years, a mechanical keyboard. This is the most famous mechanical keyboard. And due to this switch, buckling spring key switch, buckling spring. Why? Because there's a spring inside, and when you press the key down, the spring resists your pressure until it cannot take it anymore. It buckles. Then the key is registered. So you can see this animation. Buckling spring keyboard. Tack. Okay, so this is most famous mechanical key switch of IBM Model M. So let's go back to my blog. So let me show you the keyboard history. So the keyboard history, so you can see here's the main thing. So you got keyboard history, you got okay, let me show you. So there's huge amount of keyboards in the past. Some of them are very famous. For example, IBM Electric. Of course, these days few people know it. Zoomers don't know, but back then this is the thing. This is the one of the greatest innovation in keyboard. Back then it's mostly mechanical typewriters and electrical typewriters. So you got this spore that swivels around. So back in 1990, I was employed as a data entry clerk. So I love typing. So I have to go to employment center to test my typing speed, which is 92 word per minute on these electric mechanical keyboard typewriters. So can you play this IBM Selectric ad so you can see the action?
This is what makes it different. An ingenious printing element that works faster than the eye can see. Watch it in action.
Fantastic, this machine. Mechanical device. There's an attraction about mechanical devices. Which is the gist of the anyway, it's mechanical. There's a strong attraction. Why? Because it's mechanical. You can visually see how it works, like gears and cams and wheels. It's very attractive, as opposed to electronic or quantum something. Like computers. You open it, you can't see nothing except the fan. The fan is whirling. That's mechanical. So the attraction, and that is also why trackballs are attractive. Oh yeah, the word is steampunk. Steampunk, a niche, a subfield of science fiction. So why is trackball attractive? Apart from the mechanism, how you control the cursor, but the other part is the mechanical aspect of it, because you can see the ball when you roll it. So that's one of the essential. That's why essential attraction of trackball. Okay, so let's go back. So you got keyboard history. The Prestige Elite 72. Very very amazing invention. Okay, and on YouTube they have big YouTube videos telling you in detail how this ball works. So for you nuts, you'll enjoy it. Discord. Hello guys. If you have questions, post it now. Okay, it's a good time. How many people watching? Let's see. So I'm using this pen device, which is great, cheap, and you can also see it on my keyboard blog at the pen input. Okay, everything you need to know about pen input. So anyway, let's go back to the keyboard history. So these, all these are great. I mean, many of them are very notorious or famous keyboard. For example, Cell, this is a Lisp keyboard, the first one. And, today you have the Command key, you have the Windows key. Do you know where they came from? They came from this keyboard, 1970, okay? Invented by John McCarthy, the guy who created Lisp programming language. Lisp programming language, right? Right. Because soft-like keys, Emacs. If you guys watch my video, it's all Lisp. Okay, it's Lisp all the way. Let's you see. So this is Lisp code. You see. This is Lisp code. So John McCarthy, the guy who created Lisp code, soft-like keys, fantastic. Okay, comments and questions. Comments. Okay, you guys direct what I'm gonna talk. Today is random chat. Cheers. Let me finish my whiskey. Brandy or whiskey? What's the difference? Ooh. I heard that whiskey, you're supposed to, this is an incorrect glass for whiskey or brandy. You're supposed to use like, kind of like that cup so you can smell it, because whiskey is supposed to smell it. But I don't know anything about drinking. I'm not a drinker. Usually, actually, I don't like alcohol that much, so I don't know. So what's the difference? Hey, son, what's your typing speed? 92. Did I just mention that? 92 word per minute. In fact, I have, recently I have so many updates on my website about speed typing, like 2-3 videos ago. You should check it out. Speed typing. Okay. So anyway, the first, the kind of the first. This is one of the like historical innovation in keyboard. Okay, cell keyboard. Okay. Then, so keyboard history, so huge update. But the main thing, so I had this page many years. But the main thing is that at the bottom, you can see history of input devices. So you have keyboard history, all the famous, by the way, this one is also one of the greatest keyboard in keyboard history. 1994, Microsoft created this ergonomic keyboard. And this is the beginning. This is when ergonomic keyboard became popular, the concept. There was ergonomic keyboard before this, but people don't know. But this is why Microsoft, usually we just hate Microsoft, but actually Microsoft had quite a few innovations, not comparable to Apple of Steve Jobs. However, Microsoft did have many innovations. Yeah, especially in the 1990s. So this keyboard is one of them, ergonomic and successful. As compared to Apple, Apple also tried the ergonomic keyboard at about the same time, 1993, but it's a huge failure. This keyboard, Apple's ergonomic keyboard, it's a flop. It's a lemon. It failed miserably, because it's no good. Okay. So Microsoft, did it, and also on this keyboard, it's the first time we see this menu key. Okay, that's a Microsoft invention, although it's not so great invention. But however, it's the first time the menu key appeared. And what about the Windows key? I think it's also the first time on a keyboard. The Microsoft keyboard, devised by Microsoft by Ziba Design, okay? Although it was not the first ergonomic keyboard, it was the first widely available sub-100 offering. The keyboard gained popularity quickly, selling over 600,000 per month. Oh my God, Jesus, at its peak. Microsoft ergonomic, okay? As with most Microsoft keyboards software, Microsoft IntelliType is bundled for both Mac OS X and Windows, allowing users to customize the function keys and so on, from Wikipedia. Okay. So you see, this is one of the rare instances where Microsoft made an innovation and became hugely successful, changed the history. In other words, Microsoft changed history, but Apple failed miserably here. Okay. So and actually I didn't like this, before, before, in the 1990s, I didn't like this weird keyboard. My favorite keyboard is just the cheapest PC, because, I don't like how they put the 6 key, it's like fancy, like who need it, And until in 2005, I got repetitive strain injury. And my first Microsoft keyboard, and then I realized I got a problem, seriously, because by then I have read a lot about keyboards. So this is the keyboard I bought, in 2005, my first ergonomic keyboard. And ever since, then I forced myself to get used to it. Usually people's opinion are just habit. Like key binding, application, Windows versus Mac or Linux. Usually it's just habit. Habit plays a major part on how you like stuff. So, but I know I have RSI, because it's feeling weird, it's tingling. So I forced myself to get used to, I bought this to get used to this. And ever since, I will never use a flat rectangular, the normal PC keyboard again. So that's a habit, and another thing is this thing. You see this arrangement of a home row. So I'm used to this one on the left side, right? And then, but on this keyboard, you got this weird, arrangement. At first, it's very annoying, but after a few months, you just get used to it. Then when you encounter a keyboard that's a traditional arrangement of the home and insert delete, then you feel weird about it. So again, the moral here is that habit. Okay, so whenever you make judgment or opinion about keyboard or lots of things or programming languages, a lot of it is just simply your personal habit. Okay, you need to kind of remove that and make a judgment based on more fair criteria, like remove your personal bias or personal bullshit. Okay. Okay, comments. Listening to Xa geek out while going for a walk. Lovely nostalgia. Lovely. Okay, Abdullah Mohudin. You are Arabic, are you? Judging from your name. Hey, Xa, what's your typing speed? 92. Okay, 92. It's like all over my blog. So I recommend you guys, check out my keyboard blog. So Nick Bernstein says, I still use that keyboard, better keys than all subsequent versions. Oh yeah, that's interesting. That is true, actually. So, the Microsoft since then have many versions of the ergonomic keyboard. What they call Microsoft Natural. But actually, the first one actually is the best. I agree. It's funny. Like it's funny. Then they have this. The first one is the Microsoft Natural keyboard, 1994, right? Very good. But then they come in 1998. You have the Microsoft Natural Keyboard Elite. Then they fuck up the. They change the home and delete key into the tiny shit, and then they change the arrow key into this diamond shape. That's very idiotic. Okay. According to science, okay, actually, because I have an article on arrow key. Okay, so there's a lot of things on my blog. What is this? Oh God, the Microsoft Internet Explorer. You hit it. Okay, so let me show you arrow key. Okay, arrow key science. So go back here. What is this? Keyboard. Okay, search for arrow. So recently I updated this a bit. So you can see arrow key history. So you have, so who invented arrow key? Who is the first one who created arrow key? That is, again, the cell keyboard, invented by the Lisp inventor, Lisp creator, John McCarthy. The first keyboard to have some kind of arrow, but not dedicated arrow. Okay, but this cell keyboard, SAIL, that stands for Stanford Artificial Intelligence Lab. Okay, so back then in the 1970s, the artificial intelligence is all over Lisp programming language. Okay, like I was showing here. Oh, did I close it? Lisp programming language, Emacs. Okay. So this keyboard is, as far as I know, I don't know for sure, but as far as my research into keyboard, is the first one that have some kind of arrow on the keys. Then the first dedicated arrow is maybe this one. Again, another Lisp keyboard, very famous. You see, they got the thumb up, thumb down, then pointing left. This very famous keyboard called Space Cadet keyboard, keyboard for Lisp machine. So that's another history. All these are historical. Now, obviously, another famous one is for the VI keyboard. VI, where the VI HJKL for cursor movement originated. Okay, so this is the ADM38 terminal, 1976. But again, it's not dedicated arrow keys. Okay, it's just arrow keys on some other key, arrow key overlay. And this is how VI editor or Vim or EvoMod in Emacs got their cursor movement with HJKL. Okay, so arrow key is interesting, but the first keyboard that actually have a dedicated arrow is actually kind of this Space Cadet, but not exactly, because you see, we are going through the history of keyboards. Back then, there's no concept, there's no even concept where you press a key to move cursor up or down. So this keyboard, Space Cadet keyboard, they have some kind of arrow, a thumb up, thumb down, left finger, but actually they do nothing, okay? But they do have dedicated keys. So then we progress into maybe this one. I'm not sure. I don't know who is actually the first keyboard with dedicated arrow keys and that actually function as arrow keys, as of today's arrow keys. But maybe it's this one, 1970, ADDS console 880 terminal. Okay, maybe it's this one. Okay, but however, in any case, this is the first keyboard that has the inverted T arrow arrangement. Okay, that's another history. Okay, that's another history. So anyway, I digress a lot, but anyway, you look at the arrow keys. It's a very interesting history. You have lots of the first one that actually invented the inverted T is this keyboard. Okay, DEC VT220 terminal, LK201 keyboard, and actually they consciously researched into the issue of which arrow key arrangement is the most efficient. Okay, this keyboard, the creator of this keyboard, actually went into that, and they decided they came up with an inverted T, which is the most efficient arrow key arrangement. Okay, which is true. Okay, did I detail it somewhere? I have a detail somewhere. Okay, so but anyway, let's go back to arrow keys. I think it's somewhere. Let's see, which this one. There's someone who wrote a history of that inverted T arrow key arrangement. I forgot where, but somewhere I have a link here. Okay, anyway, yeah, I have a link somewhere, so it must be, oh God, this is huge. But anyway, it's all about arrow keys. You see, you have so many arrangements, and people just do random back then. And, so many different arrangements. And there's a guy who did a video talk show about all the arrows. So I actually have a lot more work to do. But anyway, so the guy, if you want to know what's the most efficient arrow key arrangement, it's here. Okay. So this article, arrow keys arrangement efficiency, Vim HJKL versus IJKL. IJKL is the inverted T. So here we study which one is more efficient. In summary, Vim is inferior. Okay, the Vim HJKL, that's inferior slightly than the inverted T. Okay, so you can, here's a JavaScript. You can you can actually, you can see, if you press the arrow key, you can see, you can see the score here. You see, as you change several parameters. Okay, so the VI keyboard, the VI arrangement is actually slightly inferior. Okay, so inverted T is the best. Okay, that's about, we went all over, but I want to go back to, I haven't started to talk about, so I want to go back to keyboard history. Keyboard history, we talked about lots of things. So what's up, guys? Xali, why does your mouse have a trail? Well, I turned it on so that it's easier to see when you do live stream. If you don't know what that is, let me show you, okay? Because you Zoomers don't know, okay? So in Microsoft, Microsoft is the one who created this mouse trail. And to this day, today, you can turn it on. You just go to, system settings, mouse, keyboard, mouse, and go to fix mouse problems, change mouse options, and this Microsoft user interface is very lousy. So, but anyway, you go to adjust mouse and cursor size. No, not here. Additional mouse settings. So it's buried. Wait. Additional mouse options. Okay, it's very fucking confusing, idiotic crap. But anyway, so this thing, so you can see here, pointer options. You can see, you can turn it off. Now I don't have any trails. You can turn it on. Now I got trails. You see? So this is Asian. This is since 1995. So back in 1995 or Windows 3 or something earlier. So Microsoft is the first one who have this option. And it's fairly popular in the 1990s, okay? But it's still, you can still turn it on. But they kind of just hide it, so it's hard to find. So mouse trail is useful when you are doing live stream. Okay, what's that? Xerox Park. Francis Holder. Xerox Park. That cell keyboard? No, that's not Xerox Park. Okay. Now Zoomers don't know, but Xerox Park is one of the very famous big research kind of organization where Apple borrowed the concept of mouse and graphical user interface in the 1990s. So anyway, let's see what comment did I miss? You said keyboard better than, okay, so do you think it's possible for a symbolic artificial intelligence and list-based AI to become big again as opposed to machine learning data-driven approach we have today? Very interesting question. Oh, you are Mo. I think you are Mo. Mo Edo. Oh yeah, so the symbolic artificial intelligence, which is I am very much interested. So we going back to the history of artificial intelligence, So in the 1990s, 1980s, 1970s, they are, that's the origin of artificial intelligence, basically trying to get machine to have high IQ like a human. So back then, they focused on symbolic AI. It turns out, somehow they focus on symbolic AI. So, but then today, since about 10 years ago, since about 2010, where the machine learning approach takes over. So, we can talk about this without getting into the technical details, what they mean. So basically, just very extremely simplified version is that in artificial intelligence, so what is artificial intelligence? Basically, they try to make the machine be as smart as human, They can talk like a human, they can play chess or whatever. You can ask him questions, anything, right? So in the past 50 years or 70 years, so there's many approaches. How do you do it? Nobody knows. And this also ties to prove mathematics. If you can get machine to do physics to prove mathematics, then it's just fantastic. Theorem proving, right? So, but anyway, many approaches, we don't know. Like, it's not like established. Like when you go to school today, you learn established calculus, calculus, linear algebra, differential equations, or computer science, algorithms. It's like all, you just read textbooks. But who wrote them? So you need pioneers that after 100, 200 years, they create those books, right? So for AI, it's like kind of like that. 50 years ago, like nobody know what the fuck to do. So you have many approaches, but so I think in an extreme simplified way, you can say, so one way is symbolic computation. In this approach, you basically create a logical system. If this is true, then you do this. So if this color is white, you first of all, you create a category of all colors. Then, so what color, if you ask the question, what color is this? The computer will decide, pass the word, oh, color. So when you see color, it means, you look at the database or the colors. Then this color is white, black, you have these colors. And therefore, finally, because of this pixel or whatever, therefore this is white. It just tell you this color is white. But basically logical approach. Logic. Logic, like proof. So that's the kind of symbolic artificial intelligence approach. Then the other approach, there's so many. Basically, so today we have machine learning and statistics, neural networks. That's basically statistics based. So when you ask what color is this thing, it doesn't do the logic thing. It just look at all the English ever written, all the English text ever written, and do statistical analysis. So whenever you see, you have occurrence, the probability of words occurring, what color is this? Then it looks at what's the next sentence say. So that the AI will just come up with a statistical, like most likely sentence that comes what color is this. So you can ask AI, like, so it's kind of like that, okay? But Mo knows, I think if you are Mo, you know more about machine learning than I do. But we can try, the deep infra. So let's see the artificial intelligence. Very interesting topic, okay? What color is computer? Let's say what color is, okay, computer. Let's see what I say. That's a clever question. Computers, as in the physical device, can come in variety of colors depending on the manufacturer, model, and design. Some common colors for computers include black. Many laptops and desktops have a sleek black exterior. Very smart. Silver or gray, white, aluminum or metallic. Let's see. What color is sky? Okay. So this is today's machine learning, which become, for reasons, become very successful. It works, it works. But the logic approach, the symbolic logic approach, they failed. There's lots of work. So if you want to see the symbolic approach, that would be the Wolfram Alpha, okay, the Wolfram Mathematica, which is what I was trying to do today. So that's a symbolic approach, but it doesn't, as of today, the result is not as spectacular as the neural network, the large language model that became a thing. So what color is sky? The color of the sky can appear differently depending on the time of the day, atmospheric conditions, and observer's location, blah, blah, blah. But in general, the color of the sky can be described as blue, light blue, cerulean, gray or overcast, orange or red, okay? So let's go to Wolfram Alpha. So here you will see a symbolic approach of artificial intelligence, which the result isn't so great, because I tried it. So let's see, let's ask it. Actually, we can do it in Wolfram language. Let's do it in Wolfram language. So all you have to say that, type the equal sign. What color is computer? Okay, let's see what it says. What color is computer? Oh, Jesus, it's taking longer then. Oh, there it is. Computer, definition. Computer, word, definition. Computer, noun, machine. A machine for performing calculations automatically. Computer, noun, expert. An expert at calculation or operating calculating machines. So, okay. That's not what I want. I want to know what color is computer. It failed. Okay, let's try Wolfram Alpha. What color is computer? Using closest Wolfram Alpha interpretation, computer, assuming computer is a word used as host information or referring to consumer products or a general topic. Okay, input interpretation, computer, blah, 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 a machine for performing calculations automatically, and blah, blah, blah. Pronunciation, computer. It's not answering what I wanted. I want to know what color is it. So you see, so that's kind of, so you can see the result. So Wolfram Alpha or Mathematica, Wolfram language is symbolic artificial intelligence, and the Chat GPT and all that today very popular is basically statistics. Okay, but it turns out this large language model, the neural networks, the statistics space is doing very good today. But we don't know. But so the question is, is it true? Can we say for sure that the symbolic approach is just failed? We don't know yet. Okay, in fact, we know for sure symbolic approach is not failed, because if you ask all these chat bots mathematics, like a question that has a very precise answer, they fail all the time, because it's fundamentally impossible for them to get the correct answer, while the symbolic approach can, because it will determine, oh, you are asking a mathematical equation, you want to know the solution for this very precise equation, by logic, then it will go to the equation solver and give you correct answer. But meanwhile, the statistics, the English text or literature based, it'll just like put out garbage. It'll just tell you why it is. I did a video on this 5 months ago. So we actually showed an example. We can show an example easily here, but I got other things to talk about. So anyway, we digressed a lot, and we already talked for 38 minutes. Okay, so what is no, the mouse trail idea. They were the ones to use animations for things like cursor motion. Okay. boss and a bunch of list machines at his house. Oh, your old boss has a bunch of list machines. Wow. Francis Holder, you must be a lisper. Yeah, it seems like. So Abdullah says the guy who did SCIP, Gerard J. Sussman, 6, okay, the Science and Interpretations of Computer Programs, something like that, has an interesting idea about it. They have a model known as the Pogogo model. It seems to be closer to a symbolic AI. Oh, I didn't know. Propagator model doesn't have much to do with AI. I think what people consider AI, okay, is different depending on the time period, okay. I remember Alexei Radu saying that it does have applications for AI. Have you ever looked at Eurisco CYC? No, I don't know what that is. Okay, we digress into AI. So let me go back because I want to finish what I have done. I haven't. I digress so much. So where are we? So let's see. Okay, so I wanted to show the keyboard history. So you go to keyboard history, but my main thing I want to say is that you go to the bottom. So I worked on. So you have IBM keyboard history. And then you have list machine keyboards history. So you got all the list machine. This is my favorite topic. I dive deep into them, to look at what keys are there, that like the symbol, meta, super, hyper, control, the list machine keyboard, and clear input, suspend, resume, abort, escape, So list machine keyboards. Then you have Microsoft keyboard, which is also a big history because Microsoft was well known for their gaming keyboards. So they did kind of innovation in there. But they stopped making gaming keyboards, and I think they stopped making keyboards, I think. I mean, except this one. I think they still make this one, but this one is pretty good. But they stopped this Microsoft Scoped Ergonomic Keyboard 2013. So anyway, Microsoft history. Then you have Apple keyboard history, another giant chapter in keyboards. So a lot of people love them. The Apple fans especially, but the Apple keyboard usually is no good. Apple keyboard is usually no good. So you have Apple keyboard history. Then you have, go to the bottom, Apple laptop keyboard history. So you can see laptop history back from 1989. This is 1989 laptop. Laptop didn't become popular. So laptop became popular around only 2005, beginning slightly. Then around 2010, it's more popular than desktop computer. So most people, want laptop because they are not computer professionals. But then today it's mostly just phone, phone in your pocket. And by the way, this keyboard, Apple iBook G4, year 2003. This keyboard is the keyboard that got me repetitive strain injury that made me a cripple because I was using it exclusively for 2 years, around 2003 to 2005. This computer, I have this one. So that's when I started to use Microsoft ergonomic keyboard. So the moral here is never type on a laptop keyboard for long, okay? Don't do that. Because, like you younger people, some will say, oh, why do you have a problem? I don't have a problem. I do it this way. My way is better. You're idiotic, you got a problem because you are, because I'm superior, you'll say that. That's not. Wait, there's an alarm on my phone. Emergency alert. Endangered missing adversary. Oh shit. You know, in California you have these emergency things. Endangered missing adversary. Santa Clara County. Okay, some kid is missing. Okay. I don't know. I haven't seen the kid. So anyway, are we still going good? So maybe we should finish pretty soon. Let's see. Escape. It's annoying. Okay, so am I still going? Let's see. 9 people watching, okay? So keyboards, so let me just go over. So Apple keyboard history. Then you have ergonomic keyboard history. You can see the first one is actually this typewriter. This Rainmental portable ergonomic typewriter, 1935. Amazing, you know, ergonomic mechanical typewriter, 1935, with this symmetric, you know, just like the Microsoft ergonomic keyboard. Yeah, so that's ergonomic keyboard history, and big part of it is Japanese keyboard, the Japanese thumb shift keyboard. Amazing. You know, Japanese trunk keyboard. You know, the trunk keyboard is 1991. You know, lots of Japanese keyboard, and this NEC keyboard, you know, they have like 6 thumb keys, 3 for each thumb. 1983. You know, lots of them. So anyway, so here is a page of ergonomic keyboards, and worth mentioning is, you know, today, with respect to the Zoomers, the first one that made ergonomic mechanical keyboard popular is 2013, beginning with this truly ergonomic keyboard, mass-produced. That's a key point, okay? Mass-produced. You know, you just go to online and buy it. Truly ergonomic keyboard. That's my first, you know, so you can see a video of me typing on it. And then also at the same year is this ErgoDox. This is the beginning of do-it-yourself keyboard with the 3D printers. You know, we are looking at the history of technology. 3D printers became very popular 2013. Okay, so these two are kind of the major milestone in keyboard history, in the ergonomic keyboard area community, and also in the do-it-yourself keyboard community. So ever since the ErgoDox, then you have like 1,000 others. You can see all this do-it-yourself creativity. Okay, so anyway, back to keyboard history. Then you have, okay, so there's a dedicated page for Japanese keyboard history, and then you have mouse history. So this is the page I started to work on. Okay, so that's some of my keyboard updates, and also I wanted to go over my Emacs update. So in the past week I worked a lot, so lots of them. So, but one of the major thing is this Emacs Lisp, how to write a major mod. Okay, so all this about 15 pages has been rewritten in the past week, so you can learn how to write a Emacs Lisp major mod for syntax clearing, what is font lock for comment, how to color comment, or how to create a command to do comment. How do you create a command to do keyword completion, and so on. So writing a major mod. So that's a major update. Okay. And a lot others. Okay. So and a lot other things I worked on. Yeah, and Xafly keys, lots of update on Xafly keys. Xafly keys tutorial and Xafly keys homepage. So this is the most efficient key binding if you are using Emacs. So I kind of updated them. Okay, that's that. So 9 people watching. So what's up? Anything else? Nostalgia says, Hexa, Zoomer here. What do you think of Keyquang Alice Q10 keyboard? I think that's a good one. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think I looked into that keyboard. Maybe I have a blog. Let's see. Ergo. So you go to ergonomic keyboard reviews. So you have this Alice keyboard. So you have this Apple Maker Cedo. Okay, this is very good. I don't have it, so I can't say for sure, but for my analysis, I think this is excellent. And it's only like $90. Today there's so many keyboards and they are pretty cheap. Okay. Do I have an Amazon link? No. But you can, there it is. Okay. Buy at Amazon. So go to my website if you want to support me. Actually, if you want to support me, just pay me, okay? Go to my Xali, you should. Instead of doing, please subscribe, please thumb up, please comment. I want to know what you think. Fuck. The YouTube, the fucking, wait. Control, Alt, Control, okay? So, every video, every YouTube, they'll say, please subscribe and please thumb up. Let me know what you think. Actually, they don't care what you think. They just want you to post comments so their video gets more views. But all this came from the Google scum. It's good to make money and to advertise things like that. But Google became very corrupt. So so that's why. That's why today you go to YouTube, all the like Zoomer, the fucking face, like like drama and clickbait, no real content. Well, a lot of them have content, but lots of grifting and shield and all that. So I don't do those. Please comment, please subscribe and shit. If you like my stuff. If you appreciate it, just pay me, okay? So what am I doing? Okay, so I wanted to just show you my Xali keyboard page. Xali.info, okay? Then you go to the bottom. Then you just see, PayPal, Patreon, Amazon gift card, PayPal, okay? Thank you. Okay, so let's go back to so you were talking about... you were talking about that Keyquang Alice. Okay, so let's see if I have it. Did I not have it? Let's see. Do it yourself. Normal. Apple Maker. Oh, I don't think I have it, but I think I've seen it. Okay, so you just go to Amazon Alice keyboard. By the way, if you guys don't know, why is it called Alice keyboard? Very interesting, okay? Because the Alice keyboard layout, it's called Alice because of the layout. Because you see, normally, for all these keyboard, they ergonomic, they just go with a grid, rectangular grid, very very clean and very, makes sense because your fingers is not screwed, so so you have all this grid, or but then, so for example, this is another example of a symmetric grid, because your hand is not, like one hand bigger or whatever. Symmetric and geometric, and you have different variety of designs. But then somebody created this atlas. By the way, also, for example, this one, grid. You see, grid, rectangular grid. That's what you need. Okay. But why our keyboard are not like that? Because, for example, the ultimate hacking, they have this weird stagger, because why it's like that? Because the keyboard back then, keyboard design, because the idiotic wait, where is it? Keyboard key binding design, special keys design. Okay, there. Because you see this article, why are keyboard keys not aligned vertically? Because back then you have mechanical devices. It's not computer. We don't have computer yet. So you have mechanical typewriters. You need this. You see, each key is a hammer. It's a level. You press it, it hits up, right? So you need the leveler beneath it. And you have so many keys, so each one is a hammer. Each key is a hammer. So you need to arrange them so that you need space to put all the hammers together like that. So you cannot have them vertically aligned. That's why you got this fucked up so-called staggered layout. And to this day, we stuck with it. Because why? Habit. Again, habit. Okay. When the first computer keyboard came out, they don't need this, they don't need this mechanical. We don't need this, we don't have these restrictions anymore. However, if you design a keyboard without this weird staggering, people don't want it because they, they are used to the fucking weird, that thing, that slanting, staggered layout. So that is why. So that habit, okay, idiotic habit, like the C programmers, idiots, C and Java, the habit. Programming applies to programming languages too, and applies to lots of things: culture, your habit, your thinking, and So anyway, so that's how the staggered alignment. But then we have Alice keyboard. Okay, very interesting. Alice layout. Where did it go? Okay, so Alice layout. Okay, so let's go to keyboard blog. Do it yourself. Ergo keyboard. Then we started to have Alice layout. So this is like not exactly regular, not symmetric, but no, it's like, it's like a weird Alice in Wonderland that alludes to Alice in Wonderland. So that's why Alice layout. Let me tell you the story about this Alice layout, okay? In the beginning, so Alice layout first came out from the do-it-yourself idiots, okay? Because all these do-it-yourself, they are just, they just create whatever shit they, because they can print it, they can do it, 3D printing. So I don't know who is the first one who created this layout, but they thought that, maybe if you create a exact grid, that's too unnatural, it's too regular, okay? so they somehow want some kind of hybrid, extremely idiotic, okay, this Alice. somehow create this weird shit. And but even so, this is back in so the first Alice layout came out around what year is it? 2020? No. LZ, this one, 2017. Okay, I think this is about the first one. 2017, someone, those do-it-yourself people created this. They somewhat split, but then it's just weird. Okay, Alice in Wonderland. Then, but today it became good because why? Let me show you this. Okay, because Alice layout is not regular. Okay, they are not like. I missed all my. They are not like they don't have to stick to this specific staggering. Okay, nor are they a rectangular grid. So there's no rule to specify exactly how the exact key arrangement. But gradually over the years, you see, when this Apple maker from China, they created Alice layout. So if you look at the right side, there is less staggering than the traditional keyboard, and also similarly for the left hand. So in other words, you can say that they gradually actually they become grid layout. So it makes those people who don't like grid layout switch to grid layout. So this is a secret methodology to get you switch. So I like it. Okay. So that's the evolution of Alice because you can look at this closely. Okay, look at this arrangement on the right side and also on the left side carefully. You can compare to for example a regular grid. Let's say normal. Okay, so if you compare to for example, if you can then compare it. So they have less stagger. Okay, the Alice layout. Okay, that's it. Maybe that's it for today. Rambled a lot, so I haven't been coding Wolfram language. I was going to code a Wolfram language. Do I ever hang out on G? No, I don't. But I do check it regularly. The 4chan crowd. I've never ever posted 4chan. 4chan has got a history of its own. So in the 2000s, 4chan began in 2004 something. It was like really, really something special, different, and today it's like anyway. I don't read 4chan. But I do regularly search my name on 4chan. So I kind of am aware of all the 4chan people talking about me. So for example, they created some of the images. This one, Emac, and there's more. Okay, so there's that one. Then they created 4chan people, idiotic Zoomers, like teenagers, like idiot, like they go there. It's just like drivel, like the worst drivel. Like you don't know who they are. Nobody knows who they are. You just go there and fart. What's the point? I mean, I guess it's fun. I mean, but you don't. It's not. You waste your time. You just waste your time. You have to understand. You see, 4chan by now is older than you. Okay, 4chan began, let's say 2004. So by now it's 20 years. So 4chan is older than you, for you younger people watching. Okay, you have to realize that. So all these years, there are people who maybe your dad's age, okay, who grew up with 4chan. You have seen, you've seen the conversations, some of them got tired of 4chan. And anyway, there's a history to it, okay? So, when you are 13, when you are 14, you find 4chan fun. It's just like, oh fuck you, no you. It's just like trivial, like you don't make any sense. Okay, but when you are 14, 15, maybe that's fun. But then you grew up a little bit older, that's no longer fun. You just waste your time. Okay. But there is some smart people on 4chan. Anyway. Okay, I think that's it for today. So, did I talk about all the things I want to talk? Not really. Actually, I was gonna do some Wolfram language coding. So we're talking about symbolic artificial intelligence. I was gonna work on. Let's forget it. So anything else? I think we shut down. We shut down in 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Okay. Who else is watching? I've been inspired. So I only have 10 people watching, not many. But I've been thinking. How the popularity. I have been watching Chaturbate for about 2 or 3 months now, since I discovered it. I find it incredibly amazing, and I have also been inspired by it. These girls, young girls, 18, 19, 20, and also a lot older. They go there, spread their legs daily. Some of them been doing it for years, I guess. And what they do exactly, just chat and masturbate. Like, this is completely naked, and they do all kind of things. Okay, girls, and specifically young girls. Okay, they are older and they are trans and they are guys too, but gay, and but they go live stream. They're younger. And all over the world, it's not just like, oh, it's just white girls. You have like almost basically all girls around the world. They go there, and so that gives me inspiration about the nature of video and where we are going, humanity. Like, for example, I am doing live stream, so basically the same. It's just that I'm talking about programming, and they are doing the other things. But I'm doing live stream. It's the same. It's live stream technology. So one of the things I see is that they go on. So it's not like I talked about in the past 2 video or 2. There's a difference. There's a change of how live stream or video technology, their role in society. So, for example, 10 years ago, video is such that when you, for example, if you are a professor, you're doing a great lecture on how do you learn Wolfram language or Emacs, right? You think you create one, great lecture. You focus, you prepare it, then people watch. But today, that's not the case, because you have 1 million people doing live stream every day, including great professors. So you don't need. It's like you don't need like carefully prepared like one good tutorial on Emacs or on keyboard or whatever. Because the live stream technology becomes so common. So that's one of the inspiration I got from Chaturbate. Hello, empty grocery bag. I found you by random stream in my recommended list. Oh, incredible, amazing. Enjoy the rant about Zoomers. Fantastic, thank you. Okay, I think that's it for today. Anything else? Okay, gonna shut down. Oh, too bad I didn't talk about math. Okay, today, but so let me just put the link to my blog. For example, here's today's talk show. Let me just post the link here. So we have a record of what we talked about. Oh, there's already a link to that here. Hyperbolic trig function. This is amazing. Okay, so if you know trigonometry, you have sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent, but then you have hyperbolic trig functions. Okay, we have to talk about this another day. This is mathematics. Okay, so land of Lisp. Look at these are the things 4chan people created, and it's quite creative too. You see, they made a collage of the most famous or infamous Lisp people. Not necessarily the people with the greatest accomplishment of Lisp in human history, not necessarily so, but rather the kind of more famous or notorious. For example, I'm included here. And so for example, this is a Lisp blogger, this is a Emac Lisp blogger, Paul Graham, Clojure creator, of course Richard Stallman, and McCarthy, the creator of Lisp, and that guy I always forgot. That's Hal Aberson. Okay, then you have Guy Steele. Guy Steele is great guy. Then you have Eric Nagum. He also here. He's a big troll. He's like known as he's known as a troll. So quite it's creative as far as it's creativity. Create this laptop keyboard. Okay, we didn't talk about much about that. Why are keyboard keys not aligned vertically? Okay, it's that. Okay, close. And this staggered keyboard, Alice keyboard layout. We talked about Alice keyboard layout. Amazing, truly ergonomic keyboard. Okay, well, I mean, and by the way, the truly this one is no good. Okay, this Cleve keyboard. Yeah, Alice keyboard layout. Oh, your question about that particular one from who I forgot this, but I was gonna we were gonna search it. Apple Maker, no, the Alice keyboard layout. This one, oh yeah, Keyquang. You see, the problem is Keyquang is very expensive. You see, $200. Meanwhile, this I considered great. Apple Maker, $90. So $90, but the Keyquang, the Keyquang is like here, $200. But I guess the difference is that they made it programmable. I think where is it? Okay, here. So Keyquang. Oh, yeah, it's turned on JavaScript. I think so. My opinion of this is yeah, I would. I think it's good. Okay. Slightly more expensive, I suppose. I mean, I think they sell it more expensive than necessary, because you see this ad. You see, because if you compare, if you compare this Apple Maker, the one on my page. Okay, I want to show the one on my page. If you compare this Apple Maker Cedo, you see they even have a display on the side, and it's only $90. You got a display on the side and a knob. But then if you buy the Keyquang, which is American made, but probably made in China too, but American brand. You know, $200. You pay twice as expensive, but what benefit do you get? I mean, you know, but I mean, that's $100 more. You know, I don't know if it's really worth that. Anyway, that's okay. Bye, guys.